Welcome back. This is ladies' night tonight. We got ladies in the house.
And a couple of studs. Woof, 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 woof.
Yeah, it's a couple. HB and Greg is in the house.
And that's all y'all need.
All right, and so we're back, guys. Thanks for joining us. We are here. We got our guest here, Deandra Yates, and she's going to talk to us about her business, Surviving Hands Medical Service, which is a CPR business, and she has been through a gun violence with her son. She's going to touch on that. She was actually our very first guest on our talk show. So thank you again for joining us, Deandra. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So Deandra, tell us, how's Dre been doing?
Dre is doing very well. He actually walked about a month ago.
Amen, praise the Lord.
Yes, so about 20 and a half months. I'm one of those mothers who keep up with the days and months because, you know, it's a process. About after 20 and a half months, he took his first steps after being shot in the head and was told he would not survive. So it's a blessing. Oh, blessing, blessing, blessing.
Yes, it is. And you're a blessing for him because she is his advocate. She speaks for him. She does everything for Dre, and I honor her for that because she does not miss a beat with this child.
I can't. Because, you know, someone silenced him too soon is what I say. So I have to be his voice until God sees fit to give me his voice back. So he stopped talking after his shooting because he had 8 strokes on his brain. So the strokes were very debilitating. So it caused him to lose everything except breathing, actually. He lost everything except breathing. So, but now I caught the rehab the other day to check on him, and they said he was in his wheelchair trying to sing. So, things are coming back. Yes, progress. Things are coming back.
So yes, we have to. So for people that don't know you, let's go back just a little bit. Just give them a brief description of what happened to your son besides the shooting.
Okay, so February 1st, 2014, at the time Dre was 13 years old, and he was at a birthday party of a 15-year-old that his mom decided to have in her home, and I don't know what led up to the shooting to this day. I still don't know. We're almost 2 years past. Someone shot the house 22 times, causing injury to my son. So it was about 50 kids there. Dre was the only person, period, struck. And he was struck so severely in the back of his left skull to the point where he didn't have a skull for 5.5 months. Had to be frozen at Riley Hospital and preserved until he was healthy enough to get it put back in. So, you know, I'm so grateful to have my son, but my son is not the child I birthed 15 years ago. I am grateful to God that he is now 15. So he's lived a year and a half past the injury, which they told me in 3 days he would not live. So I'm very grateful that I do not have the child that I birthed.
No, you do not. But we are thankful that he is still here and he is still surviving and he's gonna get back.
Yes, he's a fighter. I tell him all the time, you're mommy's hero because he's been through things that there's just no way. Just 2 weeks ago, he had his 5th brain surgery. So he had 2 surgeries in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 surgeries in 2 weeks. Just, you know, there's repercussions to the injuries that he's had. So it caught us off guard, but he pulled through like a champ. I went to the hospital on October 7th, and my son was dying again for the 2nd time. And the way that I saw him fight back, it just amazed me because I had balled up in the corner, to be honest with you, and I was just like, I know my son's dying, and they're not telling me. He was so sick, and they did the surgery, and Dre, literally, it's like I equivalated to climbing a mountain. One rock, one step at a time. I watched my baby come back to life in that bed for the 2nd time in his life. So he is just amazing to me.
Wow,
Amazing.
wow. So with that, let's see. Tell us about your CPR business and why you got that started.
Okay, so last November I started a CPR and first aid business called Surviving Hands Medical Services, and Surviving Hands because my son was shot and he survived. So that's where the surviving part came from. And it only takes 2 hands to sustain a life during CPR. So that's where the hands part came from. So Dre's a survivor. Using 2 hands will get you to help preserving life for basic life support is what it is. So he was the inspiration behind me starting a business because I have found out no one performed CPR on my son, although one of the chaperones was in nursing school. I know she knew CPR. So instead, the whole situation with my son and me starting a business and doing the other things that I do is just taking a negative situation and turning it into a positive. I could easily be an angry mother, balled up in a corner, and just, angry and frustrated at everybody, but I chose to take a different route. And if I could teach every person to do CPR, I would. But, whoever I come in contact, I try to train them. It is a for-profit business, but I do go to schools and stuff and train kids for free. Just so that
awesome.
Yes. So tell us where we can find information about your company.
So it's www.survivinghandsmedicalservices.com, or you can email me at survivinghandsmedicalservices@yahoo.com.
Anything that you would want to say? I mean, what advice would you give to parents of teenagers who are going to parties who have a self-care line?
Well, I used to say, well, don't shelter them, let them go. But now I say, don't let them go.
Absolutely, because I believe there was just another party recently here in Indianapolis where a child got shot at.
Yes, it was a Halloween party Friday night. A 15-year-old was shot. Thankfully, he lived and survived. Injuries were not too critical, but the point is they could have been. And so could the person to the left and to the right of him, which I say all the time. Dre was at a party. And if he would have moved one way to the left or to the right, it would have been that mother's child who wanted to testify or help us find the child. So easily it could be you. So I say don't let them go.
Absolutely. Do
You're
not
not
let
here
your
to be their
children go
best
to the
friend.
parties, people. Do not let your children go to the parties. I say no. My children are not going to party. My kids is not going to Club Fuse. Absolutely not. No. So, tell us about your blog. You got a blog, so that's for my page. My daughter's in here, and she's 16, and she's not going. She wants to go, she's not going.
Is that the club in,
I believe Plainfield or Avon.
Okay, so my friend let her daughter go there, and they sat in the parking lot the whole time she was there, her and her sisters, and they said it was a very nice atmosphere.
I'm sure it is, but the day my daughter go, it probably won't be.
Yeah.
So you're not going.
So the thing is, you just never know.
Keep it moving.
Yeah. Devisha said no.
That's right.
And it's live on air just in case you forget.
Right. No. No. Parents just say no. I mean, we're trying to be the friends of the children. That's the problem right now. But you also have a blog.
Yes. So I recently started a blog a few months ago called Purpose for My Pain. So again, I say I found positive in the negative that happened to my baby. And what I want to do with Purpose for My Pain is not just focus on my pain, but other people's pain. I'm getting ready next week to interview a 7-year-old who lost his brother in New York City to gang violence. Yeah. So I want to get into interviewing, and I'm not just going to focus on gun violence because so many of us have so much purpose for different types of pain. So I'm using the blog to just talk about the ways people are overcoming pain and finding purpose behind it and living through it. I always say I chose to live through it, not die from it.
Good for you.
So that's the purpose of the blog, is just to let it be an outlet for people outside of Facebook and different things like that, because you can touch so many more people, by being a blogger. So
Right,
and I love to write. So that's where that inspiration came from.
Okay, good for you. I am so proud of you, Deandra. I mean, I've been knowing her for about 5 years because we work together, but I mean, seeing her go through what she's went through and keep going, I mean, it's a beautiful thing that you're doing. So, I mean, you said you want to do some interviews. Are you talking about a talk show? I mean, what's going on? Tell us about it, girl. Spill the tea.
Speaking into existence, I say.
I mean, hey, she sounds like she want to come on the show, HB.
I say whatever God has for me. I'll take it.
Hey, I'm telling you, Deandra will be great on this. She does very great when she does interviews and she talks to people. I mean, this lady's been on CNN. She said she's going to New York. She's been to California. I mean, this lady has gone places and told her son's story, and I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to take a break here.
It's ladies' night. We got to get this music cracking, and we got to take a break, guys. We'll be right back.